Good morning. Hi there. Good morning.
Hello, teacher. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How about you, Wendy? How are you today?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. Pretty good. Welcome to the class.
Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are you today? Hello. Good morning. Is anyone else there? Oh, I can see Dora. Hello, Dora. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Hi, and you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. Welcome to the class.
Thank you, teacher.
Excellent. Let's see who else. I can see Jocelyn. Hello, Jocelyn. How are you?
Hello, teacher. Good morning.
Good
I'm fine, thank
morning.
you.
Excellent. And welcome to the class. So good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being on time. Thank you for being on time. Thank you for the one who has the camera on. Pretty good. Excellent. Welcome to the class. All right, so today it's Wednesday. We are in the middle of the week, okay? So, have you worked on the platform? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, hey, pretty good. All right, I hope everybody have worked on the platform. Remember, guys, we need to try to advance as much as possible. Now, let's see. Did you check, everybody, the information about your feedback from the exam?
Yes.
Yes? Did you read your feedback? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, everybody? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
All right. Do you have any questions about the feedbacks? No? All right. Well, I want to clarify, I don't remember if I'd explained this or not. In some feedbacks, I wrote something like this. It was like a P. That means pronunciation. For example, imagine that there is the word, I don't know, imagine the word since. If I write the letter P next to the word, that means that maybe the pronunciation that you provided is not the correct one, okay? There are some cases that it's the word, this word, for example, I wrote the letter P and the letter S is underlined. What do you think? What is the meaning of that? If I underline the letter S and then the letter P?
Final sounds?
Exactly. So that means that you pronounce sometime or just sometime, but I didn't listen to the ending sounds. So specifically, if I wrote the word and the letter P, that means that you need to practice that pronunciation, right? That you didn't pronounce it correctly. If I write the word with the letter P, but I underline a specific letter or a specific syllable, that means that that is the syllable that you didn't pronounce correctly, okay? So this is just in case that you had that details in your feedback, okay? So please, everybody, remember that feedback is not just, yes, I just want to check my score, right? No, actually, the most important thing is the feedback, okay? If your feedback is fluency, okay, that's the area that you need to practice more. I expect that for the next speaking evaluation, you don't make the same mistakes. Okay, I expect that you improve those areas. Got it? Yes? Any questions? No questions? Okay, pretty good. Now, do you remember the topic that we studied yesterday?
Travel.
Yes, we were talking about traveling to another country. What else?
Describing places. Describe places.
Exactly. We were talking about describing places. All right. So do you remember some of the adjectives that we use?
Bright,
Bright. Mhm.
beautiful,
Noisy.
Okay. Very good.
Traditional.
Yes. Pretty good.
Messy.
Correct. Excellent. So today we are going to continue practicing. All right. We are going to continue taking some adjectives that we can use to describe places. So please, every new word that we find, write it down and try to memorize it. Okay? Here we go. Let me start sharing the presentation, everyone. Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Okay, so today is September 13th, and we are in the class number 12. So, guys, we are about to finish the level. All right, are you ready? Do you feel ready to go to the next pre-intermediate 3? Yes? Or do you want to repeat pre-intermediate 2? Uh-huh. Do you want to go to the next level?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, I hope so. Remember, let me show you the calendar. Guys, basically, we just have one more week. Okay, so today is 13th. So we are going to finish the 26th if everything goes well. So look, basically, we have just one more week. Okay, so we are starting the unit number 4 next week. We are going to start the unit number 5. And remember, on the 25th and 26th, we are going to have the last speaking evaluation. Okay, so we need to run. Now, let's continue. Let's start. And I want to ask you a question. What do you think, guys? What's the best place to live? What do you think? Tell me a city or a country.
Australia,
Australia. Why?
Why?
because I would like to live barefoot.
Sounds
Yeah,
good. All right. So he says Australia. How about you guys?
United States
Why?
because it's more opportunity for work.
That's true. Do you have a specific city in the United States?
No, I don't have idea.
Maybe in general, right? Okay. So we have Australia, we have the United States. What else?
Scotland.
Why?
Because it's a place very, how do you say, no está contaminado, tan contaminado.
Oh, it's not polluted.
Okay.
Or contaminated. You can use both.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's true. Comparing to Latin American countries, right?
Yes, and have a best quality of life.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Interesting. What else? Think about the whole world. Which country or which city do you consider is the best place to live?
Italy.
Ah,
Italy.
in Europe, okay. Why? Why do you think that Italy is a good place?
It's a place very modern. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and the food, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree. What else? Another idea, guys? Where would you like to live, guys? If you could choose any country, where would you like to live?
Maybe Russia,
Really? Why?
because I love the cold weather.
And it is very cold. So would you like to learn the language, Russian?
I hear that it's so difficult, that language, but yeah, I would like to learn.
It is. I listen that that is very difficult language, but guys, it is not impossible. Another place, guys, where would you like to live? Uh-huh. What do you think? Any other idea? Any other city or any other place that you consider is the best place to live? Uh-huh. No?
Maybe UK,
Ah, very good. Why? Why do you think that is a good place to live?
because I know some places in this country, and these places are very beautiful,
Mhm.
and the education is the best, I think, and the
So-
weather is perfect.
Yes, that's true. How about here in El Salvador, guys? Do you think that El Salvador is a good place to live? Yes, teacher.
Yes, yes, teacher.
All
I think
right.
that. Yes, I think that here in El Salvador we have a lot of opportunities, but the real problem I think that is that our minds are not enough for that country. But I think that it's a good place to live.
It is, okay. Now I'm checking the chat, and in the chat says Canada because it's so quiet and has a lot of places. So yeah, some people said that Canada is a great place to live too. And look at this one in the chat said that they agree with Victor. Pretty good, excellent. So imagine that here in El Salvador, we have different cities. Which city do you consider is the best place to live? I'm talking about only here in our country. Which city do you consider is the best place to live?
San Salvador,
Why?
because has more opportunities for jobs or something like that.
Okay, it has more jobs opportunities. How about you guys? Do you agree with her or do you have another idea? Remember that when we are picking the best place to live, you need to think in different aspects. Jobs opportunities, of course, but also you have to think about the weather, the cost, if it is a place that is very expensive or not. You need to consider if it is safe or dangerous. So besides San Salvador, what else? Another city, guys?
Well, I think Morazán,
Why?
because I love countryside, and I think that is a great place to live.
Nice. So excellent. How
Well, in
about
my
the beach?
case,
Yes.
I would like to live in Ahuachapán
Why?
because I think the weather is better. It's more cold.
All right. So imagine that is another aspect that you need to consider, right? The weather. Do you prefer cold or hot weather. So interesting. Thank you for sharing your point of view, guys. And basically that is something that we are going to be talking about, the best place to live. And again, when we are talking about places, we need to describe places using different adjectives. Yesterday, we checked some of the most common adjectives. So now we are going to see some other adjectives. Please, if you see a new word that you don't know what the meaning is, write it down and try to memorize it. I'm going to share with you some adjectives and you have to tell me if you consider that the adjective is positive or if it is negative. So for example, bright. We already know, we already studied what the meaning is. So guys, bright is positive,
Positive.
or negative?
Positive.
Positive, very good. How about comfortable?
Positive.
Positive.
Positive too. How about convenient?
Positive.
Positive.
Okay. How about cramped? Do you know the meaning for cramped?
No. No.
Okay, I'm going to share a picture and let me know if you have these kind of situations in your cities. Look at this. Okay, can you see this picture that I'm sharing? Yes.
Yes.
So here
Yeah.
we have a street.
Oh.
This street is wide or it's cramped?
Cramped.
Okay. Ground.
It's cramped. Do you think that a car can go through its streets?
No, it
Only
can't.
bicycle.
Maybe the
Yeah.
bicycles, right? And even for a bicycle, I think that it will be difficult if there are more people there. So that is the meaning for cramped. It's like synonym for narrow. That means very, what is the translation?
Estrecho.
Estrecho.
That's the one. So do you have cramped city, cramped streets in your city?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative, right? Definitely. Then we have dangerous.
Negative.
Negative. So which countries do you consider are dangerous?
Mexico.
Mexico, okay.
Mexico.
Another country that you consider it's
Colombia.
all right.
Brazil too.
Brazil. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, right? Okay.
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Unfortunately, Latin American countries, I consider that they are dangerous, right? Unfortunately. Then we have dark. Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative, right? Then we have dingy. Do you know the meaning for dingy? What is it? What do you think?
No. Teacher, I don't know.
Dingy is the opposite for clean. So dingy, it's basically a synonym of dirty.
Dirty.
So dingy, positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Totally negative, right? So is your city dingy or clean?
Dingy.
Dingy?
Dingy, yeah.
Dingy? Yeah, unfortunately. There are some places that are very clean, right? But some other places are some dingy. Okay, expensive, positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Negative. Do you think that El Salvador is expensive?
Yes.
Yeah. Some city,
And,
yeah.
and which other countries do you consider are expensive?
US.
Yes, US,
Argentina.
Argentina. Oh, yeah, definitely. That is very expensive. Qatar. How about Europe countries? Do you think that in Europe it is expensive too?
Yes, definitely.
Totally.
Dubai.
Dubai, imagine. Yeah. Then we have huge. What is the meaning for huge?
Like big.
Exactly. Huge is like more than big. Okay? So I can say, for example, Honduras is big, but Russia is huge. Okay? This is like more than big. So huge is positive or negative?
Positive.
Actually, it's something positive, right? Inconvenient.
Negative.
Yeah,
Negative.
negative. Then yesterday we studied the meaning for messy. Do you remember the meaning for messy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, what is it? What is the meaning of messy?
Desordenado.
Exactly, disorder, disorganized. Is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Totally negative. Then we have modern.
Positive.
Okay, which countries are modern?
Dubai.
Japan.
Dubai. Mhm. Any other one? Some cities. What about cities? Which cities do you consider are modern?
Tokyo.
Okay, definitely. What else?
Texas.
Okay,
Seoul.
yeah, very good. Some people in the chat says Chicago. All right, it's pretty good. Then let's move on. We have neat. What is the meaning for neat? Do you remember?
Limpio.
Exactly. Neat is the opposite of messy. Okay, neat is very clean. It's like very organized. So neat is positive or negative?
Positive.
Totally. Excellent. Noisy. What is the meaning of noisy?
Is
A lot of sounds.
Exactly. Very loud sounds. Is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Yes. Is your city noisy, guys?
Sometimes.
yes.
All right. Then we have private. Is that positive or negative?
Positive.
City.
Positive.
Positive.
Positive. Then we have quiet. What is quiet?
Is positive. Is silent.
Exactly. It's a quiet, it means silence place. Basically, quiet is the opposite of
Noisy.
noisy. So this one is
Positive.
positive. Then we have another adjective, run down. Do you know what the meaning is for run down?
No.
No? Okay, let me show you a picture. Give me a second. When we are talking about run down city, it's something that, for example, think about when there is an earthquake. Well, let me see. I cannot find a good picture. But when there is a very strong earthquake, what happens with the cities? I think that this is not, it's not a good one.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, after an earthquake, look at this picture. After an earthquake, what happens with the cities? Basically, the cities are destroyed, okay? So that is the meaning of run down. When a city, or the buildings are collapsing, okay? This is not only after an earthquake, it can happen when the city are very old. If a city is very old, what happens to the buildings? Look, we can say that they are run down. So if you would like to translate it, what do you think? What will be the translation?
Ruinas.
Exactly, that is the one. So you can say, hey, this city is very beautiful, but the buildings are run down. That means that the buildings are so old that they are not working properly, okay? Or you can say, well, after the earthquake, the city is totally run down, okay? Is it clear the meaning for run down?
Yes.
Yes? And is that positive or negative?
Negative.
Yes, totally negative. Then we have safe. What is it? Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Very good. Can you tell me a country that you consider is safe?
Norway.
Okay, pretty good.
Costa Rica.
Okay.
And El Salvador.
El Salvador, of course. Now we are in some of the safest country in Latin America.
Yeah.
You should feel proud of it. All right. Then we have the adjective small. Small is positive or negative?
Well, maybe negative, but no, exactly.
Depend on the point of view, right? But if we are talking about countries or cities, it's considered negative. Some people consider that if it's better if it is big than small. Then we have spacious. What do you think?
Positive.
Positive. Tiny. What is the meaning of tiny?
It's like small.
So tiny is like more than small. Okay, it's very, very, very small. That is the meaning for tiny. So is that something positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative, totally. Uncomfortable.
Negative.
Negative. Yes. Luminous.
Positive.
That is something positive. So think about your city at night. How does the street look like? Is the street luminous or is it dark?
Dark.
Luminous. Luminous.
Luminous.
Okay, some of them are luminous, some of them are dark. How about the park? The park at night is luminous or is it dark?
Luminous. The park is very beautiful.
Luminous.
That's super positive. Very good job. So if you see, here we got different adjectives. All of these adjectives are very useful to describe places. So the idea, guys, is to try to use these adjectives that maybe some of them are not so common. So instead of saying clean, Which adjective can I use?
Neat.
Neat. Very good. Instead of saying that I want to use the adjective dirty, instead of dirty, which one can I use?
Dingy.
Dingy. If I don't want to say disorganized, which adjective can I use?
Messy.
Messy.
Messy. Pretty good. So that's the idea. Let's try to incorporate the new vocabulary. Understood?
Yes.
Yes? Did you copy the vocabulary?
Yes.
Yes, everybody?
Yes.
Pretty good. Okay, now when we are describing cities, we can also use intensifiers. Have you ever heard this word, intensifiers? Yes? No? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, let's find out what is this. Intensifiers are basically, guys, some words that strengthens or weakens another word. For example, I can talk about my city and say, my city is beautiful. Okay? But I can add an intensifier and I can see my city is very beautiful. So what do you think, guys? Is it the same meaning?
No.
Not really. What is the difference? Which city is more beautiful? The first or
second
the
city.
second?
The second city
Exactly.
is
So
more strong.
which one is the intensifier here?
Very.
Very.
Very. So we can add those intensifiers to give more strength to the sentence. And there are different intensifiers that we can use. So which are they? I'm going to share some intensifiers, but you just have to remember, guys, the position of the intensifiers. The intensifiers always go before the adjectives, okay? And we have some intensifiers that can change the meaning into a positive sentence or into a negative sentence. Let's see some examples. Let's start with the intensifier to. Imagine that you are drinking coffee, but the water is boiling. What do you think? The coffee is hot or the coffee is too hot? What do you think? Imagine that the water is boiling.
Too hot.
Hot.
Exactly. So I can say that my coffee is too hot. I cannot drink it. Can you drink a coffee when the coffee is too hot?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Well, if you are used to it, of course you can, but at the contrary, normally we cannot drink it. Important. We are using to normally, guys, for negative meaning, okay? So when we want to express something negative, that means that we can use to with the negative adjectives, okay? We don't use to with positive adjectives because imagine that I say, my city is too beautiful. What will be the translation? Too beautiful? What do you think? What is the translation?
Demasiado hermosa.
Exactly. It's like demasiado beautiful. So, it doesn't match. Okay? So we don't use to with positive adjectives. We use to with the negative adjectives. So for example, think about your city. Can you tell me a sentence using to plus a negative adjective, please? What can you tell me about your city?
My city is too boring.
All right, too boring. What else? Another example?
My city is too warm.
Too warm. Okay.
Too dangerous.
Too dangerous. Imagine, can I say, my city is too safe? Can I say that?
No.
No.
Not really, right? It doesn't make sense. So that is something that you have to remember. To is an intensifier. It is before the adjectives, and we use it with negative adjectives. All right? Is it clear, everybody?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue with the next one. The next intensifier that we got here is extremely. Now, extremely can be used with both positive and negative adjectives. I can say, my city is extremely clean. My city is extremely dingy. We can use it with both. However, it's more common, listen, more common to use it with the negative adjectives. Okay? So, think about your city and tell me sentences using extremely. Try to use negative adjectives. What do you think? Any idea? My city is extremely dark at night, for example. What else? Another sentence using extremely? Let's create
Some street of my city is extremely cramped.
Cramped. Very good. That's a good example. Extremely cramped. All right. So what else?
It's small. Extremely small.
Extremely small. Look, in the chat says San Salvador was extremely dangerous. Totally. Very good sentence. So remember, extremely, you can find or you can listen to some sentences using extremely with the positive adjectives. But honestly, extremely, it's more common with the negative adjectives. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Then we have one of the most common ones, very. Very, it's very common to use it with both, okay? Positive and the negative adjectives, okay? You can use it with both. For example, I can say, my city is very safe. Or, my city is very dangerous, okay? So we can use it with both. However, very is like very, very common. We most of the times use very. So instead of using very, we can use the next word that is fairly. What is the meaning of fairly? What do you think? So fairly is a synonym of very. They are similar. Okay, so instead of using very, let's try to use fairly. Okay, so fairly it's always useful for both. Okay, so we can use it for negative or positive adjectives. However, when we use fairly, it's more common to use it with the positive adjectives. Okay? If you want to translate fairly, the translation will be like bastante. Okay? So I can say, you know what, guys? My city is fairly quiet. Okay? My city is fairly neat. How about you guys? Can you tell me something about your city using the intensifier fairly? What do you think? Uh-huh.
My
Yeah,
city, sorry, go.
okay, the park in my city is fairly pretty.
Very good. That's a good one. Yesenia?
My city is fairly safe.
Okay, fairly safe. That's a good one. So let's see. In the chat says Sonsonate is fairly sunny. Okay, very good. So fairly, it's similar to very. The only difference is that very, it's very common to use it with both positive or negative adjectives. And fairly, it's more common to use it with the positive adjectives. Is it clear, the meaning for fairly?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Then we have nearly. What do you think? What is the meaning of nearly? Have you ever heard that one? No?
Yes.
What is that?
It's like almost or
Exactly.
near.
Now, depending on the context, and that's why, guys, you have to be careful with this. Nearly can has like different meanings depending on the context, okay? So in one context, nearly can mean something like casi or cercano, right? So, but in this context, because we are using them as intensifiers, nearly it's very similar to fairly, okay? They will be like synonyms. So we can say, look at this one, Mexico is nearly dangerous. So what am I saying there? What is the meaning of that sentence? Am I saying that Mexico is bastante dangerous or that Mexico is casi dangerous? What do you think?
Casi.
Are you sure? All right, just think about it. In this case, does it make sense? Just try to translate the sentence. Does it make sense if I say casi peligroso? Does it make sense? Not really. It doesn't sound good. So in this context, the best translation, it's like if we were saying fairly, okay? Fairly dangerous. That means like very dangerous, okay? That's why please keep in mind the context. In another context, nearly can has another meaning. And when we are using nearly, again, it's common to use it with both. However, in the context that I have seen it, it's very common to use it with the negative adjectives, okay? But you can use it with both. With the negative adjectives, it's more common. Then we have the ones that is pretty. Again, pretty can be an intensifier, but in another context, it can be an adjective, right? So pretty can be a synonym of beautiful in some context. But in this context, pretty is exactly the same as a very, okay? And you can use it with both positive and negative adjectives. For example, my city was pretty dirty. What is the translation for this sentence?
Very.
Mhm.
Like,
This is exactly the same as if you say my city was very dirty. It's exactly the same. So instead of using very, that is one of the most common ones, we can replace it. Let's try to avoid very and let's try to use pretty. My city is pretty dangerous. My city is pretty safe. We can use it with both adjectives, positive and negative. Can you tell me sentences about your city using pretty? What do you think?
My city is pretty quiet.
Very good. It's pretty quiet. What else?
My city is pretty traditional.
Good. Excellent. What else?
My city is pretty small.
Very good. So look, that's the way that we can use pretty. Is it clear the way, everybody, that we can use these intensifiers? Yes? The most important thing here, everybody, is to pay a lot of attention which intensifier goes with the positive adjectives, which one can be used with the negative, positive, and which one you can use it with both. Okay? Did you copy the box? Did you copy the intensifiers?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Can I use rather as an intensifier?
Of course. Listen, guys, we have more intensifiers. These ones are not the only ones. There is rather, there is another one that is quite. We have more. These are some of the most common ones, okay? But they are not the only ones. Later in the next classes, we are going to learn some others intensifiers that we can use, okay? But yes, you can use it.
Thanks.
Did you copy them? Everybody? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, now let's have a quick practice. All right. I'm going to share with you some places, describe the places, but I want you guys to describe the places using the intensifiers. Again, let's try to avoid the typical very, okay? And let's try to use different intensifiers, okay? We are going to travel again, but today we are not going to visit countries. We are just going to visit the common or the most popular cities, okay? Let me share the cities that we got here. One moment. Okay. Give me a second. I have some technician issues. Okay, here we got the website, and we are going to visit some of the most popular cities. So where would you like to go?
London.
London, where is it? Oh, here we are. Okay, let's pay attention to London. Let's describe it. But now we are going to use the intensifiers, okay? Let me know when you can see it. Can you see London? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Let's start describing it using the intensifiers. What can you tell me about London?
Some buildings are pretty traditional.
Very good. Pretty traditional. Sounds good. What else?
It's very beautiful.
Very beautiful. Look at this. You can tell me about the weather. What does the weather look like?
It's very cloudy.
Okay, instead of very cloudy, well, what can we say? Instead of very?
True. Maybe.
Or pretty. Okay.
Pretty cloudy.
All right. What else? What else can you tell me about London?
It's very modern.
Okay. Actually, yeah, look at this one. It looks pretty modern.
Pretty safe.
Pretty safe. Good. Can you see a negative adjective for London? Do you have a negative adjective?
It's pretty neat. Can I say?
Pretty neat. Are there a lot of people or not? Well, not really, right? Would you like to go to London?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi. Look at this one. In the chat says pretty expensive. Yes, it looks expensive. All right. Look at this one. Very good sentences. I liked it. But remember, let's try to avoid very. Let's try to use another ones. Pretty, fairly, nearly, okay? You can say extremely, and if you have some negative adjectives, remember, we can use to. Okay, let's visit to another city. Where would you like to go?
Tokyo.
Tokyo. Okay, let's go to Tokyo. Let me know when you can see it. Can you see Tokyo right now?
Yes.
Too quiet.
Too quiet, definitely. What else?
It's pretty spacious.
Nice. What else?
It's too dark.
Too what? Can you repeat?
It's too dark.
It's too dark.
Is nearly cold.
Nearly cold.
It's too empty.
It's too empty. Hey, look at that one. Yeah, I cannot see a lot of people.
Nobody there.
Yeah, it's too empty. Yeah, what else?
Too dark.
It's too dark. Look at the streets. Do you think that the streets are cramped or not?
Not really.
Not
No,
really,
no.
right? We can
Yeah.
say that they are pretty wide. Is dingy?
No,
No.
no, it's
No.
very clean.
It's very clean. All right, it says Tokyo is pretty bewitching. What
It
else?
can be fairly safe.
Fairly safe. Even when there are not a lot of people, look at them. These people look like very relaxed there, right? Would you like to go to Tokyo?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty good. Okay. Nice. So if you paid attention, we were describing the cities using intensifiers. And that is exactly what I need. Okay? Is it clear the way that we can use intensifiers?
Yes.
Any questions so far? No questions?
No.
Okay, now let's have a practice. It's time to speak. Are you ready to speak, everybody? Yes? Yes?
Yeah.
Only one says yes.
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 Thank you. Okay, we are going to work in groups. Listen, today, basically, we are going to prepare a presentation, okay? We are going to work in groups, and I want you guys to answer this question. What's the best place to live? Okay? I want you to choose a city or a country. So, for example, imagine that in the first group, it's working Catherine, it's working Victor, Walter, and Reina, for example. Okay, I have 4 people. You have to pick only one city or one country per group. So Catherine, Victor, Walter, and Reina, they have to pick only one place. Understood? It's one place per group. Understood? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you have to decide, you have to make an agreement. For example, if Victor says Tokyo, but Catherine says no, Canada. Okay, you have to agree. You have to decide only one place. Then I want you guys to describe the positive and negative aspects using intensifiers. So, sorry, if you decide that Tokyo is the best place to live, you have to explain why. Because it's pretty clean. Because it's fairly safe. Tokyo, it is not too dangerous. All right, so you have to explain me why do you consider that it's a good place to live and describing positive and negative aspects using intensifiers, okay? Then you have to tell me some different aspects. Remember, if you are going to choose the best place to live, you have to consider some aspects. For example, population. It's a very crowded place or not? You have to consider the weather. Does this city have a nice weather or not? The cost, is it expensive or it is a cheap place to live? Job opportunities, can you find a job in that place? For example, you can say Tokyo is a very beautiful place, but is it easy to find a job in Tokyo? Well, we never know. You have to investigate. Then you have to tell me if it is safe or if it is dangerous. And you can consider different aspects. For example, pollution. You can think about the people, if the people is friendly or not. Okay? So I want you to consider different aspects. And then I want you guys to present the information to your classmates. The idea is that you have to convince them to move to that place. So if you are going to talk about Tokyo, the idea is you need to present a very good information and you need to try to convince your classmates to move to that place. Is it clear, everybody, the activity? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, how many cities or how many countries do you need to present per group?
Only one.
Only one. Are you going to talk about only the positive aspects?
No.
No.
No, also the
Negative.
Negative.
do you need to use intensifiers?
Yes.
Totally. Which aspects do you need to include?
Solution.
Weather, cost,
job
job opportunities,
opportunities,
GDP, and population.
Aha. And what is the main purpose? What is your
Convince the
objective?
Convince the
Convincing
classmates to
them to
move
move
there.
there.
Exactly. That's the one. Now, here is the surprise. At the end of the presentations, we are going to vote for the best presentation. Okay? For example, you will vote for, if the group number 1 is talking about Canada, group number 2, for example, we are going to talk about Argentina. At the end, we are going to vote for the best presentation. And this is the gift. The winner, okay, will get 1 point for the final exam. Okay? So if the group number 1 wins, all of the members are going to get 1 extra point for the final exam. Clear? Yes? So do your best. You need to have a very nice presentation. Now, if you want, everybody, you can use the website that we use, okay? I'm sending the link here in the chat. You can use that website. If you want, during your presentation, you can share the screen and share the country or the city that you are talking about. Also, if you want, you can make a presentation only with the pictures, right? Or you can share pictures so your classmates can see. Remember that the purpose is to convince your classmates, okay? Try to convince your classmates so they can vote for you. Is it clear, everybody? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions so far? No questions? Is it clear, the activity? Okay, pretty good. Now we are going to, let me see, just let me create the groups. We are going to be working in groups of 4. Let's see, give me a second. I know that we have some listeners. So the ones that are listener, well, I know that they are not going to participate right now. So the listeners will be along in another group, okay? Pretty good. Okay, everybody, let's go to work. For this activity, you will have only 15 minutes, and then we are going to present it, okay? So try to work fast and don't spend and waste too much time deciding the city. Just think about one and do it. Okay? Let's go to work.
Hello. Hello. You have to choose the country.
Country or city?
Country.
Country.
I-
Country.
Is easy. Which one?
The teacher in the class put the link. Yes. Virtual vacation.
What do you think about London? No. London. Yeah. London is a beautiful country.
It's okay for me.
What do you think, Maribel?
It's okay.
And you, Adri?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, London. Okay.
Okay. London for me, it's pretty expensive.
Yes. And for me, it's extremely cold.
Okay. And it's but it's
It,
Yeah, but
Like
the other
the
person is
weather.
negative.
yeah. If someone said me, okay, you can go to Norway and live there, I would say, of course, I like to cold weather. And I
Yeah.
a place like this, but
See. Okay. Okay. Okay, is very cool. Another negative aspect.
mm, no, but
Can you look?
well, I think that is the only, no?
Yeah, maybe yes.
Because I mean,
It's expensive.
Mm,
but if you
I think no.
but if you are working there, you can buy the thing. I mean, yeah, because you are winning, you are earning like people who live there. Oh no,
Sorry. Let's see.
maybe maybe the raining
Ah,
thing. Yeah. Mm,
I
so
choose number.
The country is Dinamarca, right?
Yes.
Denmark is in English or no?
I'm not sure. Let me see.
I heard called uh, like that, Denmark.
Yes, Denmark.
Oh yeah, Denmark.
Victor, you can write the name of the country in the center of the picture.
Is my screen?
For
Yes.
example, this country are beautiful places, and also, for example, the education are very good.
The education
Yes.
is
The education is very good.
Espere.
Pollution, but it's less than
Have
UK.
good education. You can find
Canada.
jobs. But I hear that in Canada too have a lot of work.
Okay. The security in UK is better than Canada, I think, and the law too. And the relation,
I said it's pretty expensive.
Only one sentence.
Two, the
Yes.
people are pretty respectful.
Maybe it's extremely cold.
Cool.
It can be positive or negative. It depends the people,
Depends.
I think.
Do you like?
In my case, I like cold.
Yes. But it's extremely cold.
Yes. London is very modern. This is a positive. Very traditional. This positive. London is fairly safe. This is positive. The people are pretty respectful. London is pretty clean and is fairly quiet. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
What else? What else?
Okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
how do I say que hay mucha distancia de un sitio a otro?
You can say that there is a lot of distance.
Okay.
So
A
you
lot of-
finished, girls?
Teacher, do you send us the link to the video
I already
the-
did, but in the chat,
chat.
here in Zoom.
In the chat it is.
Yes, there it is.
Um,
So hurry up because we don't have more time and we need to present the information to our classmates.
yes, teacher, we have to use that presentation of a link.
It's optional. You can share the video. For example, if you're going to talk about United States, you can share the video during your presentation, or you can share a picture. I mean, it is optional. Remember, there is your creativity.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's nearly
Okay.
dark. It's nearly dark because
The night, sorry, repeat.
it's nearly dark.
I don't hear you now. I don't know.
You have
Please,
2 more minutes.
What?
write in the chat, please. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready? We have just 2 more minutes and then we go back to the main room, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Almost, teacher.
We have just 2 more minutes and then we are going to go back to the main room, okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
No, right now.
No.
So we just have 2 more minutes and then we are going to go back to the main room, all right?
Yeah, teacher, but the presentation is almost ready.
All right, 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes.
Security.
Put the same picture of the number 2 in the others.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, time's up. We are going to wait for your classmates to go back to the main room. All right, time's up, everybody. Let's go back to the main room. All right. Time's up, time's up. Let's wait for your classmates. Some of them are still in the breakout rooms. All right, time's up. Sorry, guys, but unfortunately, we don't have more time. Was it easy or difficult?
It's difficult for the time.
I know. This is an example of working under pressure, right? So let's see. Let's start with the group number 1. So guys, each group will have 2 minutes to present the information. Group number 1, in the group number 1, let's see. I had Liz Yvette, Kenia Maribel, Adriana Elizabeth, and Dora Alicia. Girls, go ahead. What is the best place to live?
Well, we choose London because we think it's pretty expensive, but it's very beautiful and very traditional.
Okay, London. What else? Tell me about positive and negative aspects, team. So pay attention, please. Here your classmates are sharing about London. What else? What can you tell me, team?
We think the London is very neat.
Mm-hmm. What else?
It's fairly quiet, and it's a beautiful country.
Okay.
And London is fairly safe.
Mm-hmm. How about the weather? How about the jobs opportunities?
In the winter is very cold, and the summer is extremely hot. The weather.
Okay. Is it safe?
Yes,
it's very safe.
Very safe.
Okay. What else? What else can you tell me?
And the people are pretty respectful.
All right.
And I think London is pretty clean.
Interesting. Okay, thank you, girls. So look at this, guys. London. Very good sentences. You use different intensifiers, so that's pretty good. Excellent. All right, let's see with the team number 2. Team number 2, Walter, Josue, Carolina, and Alan Humberto. Go ahead, guys. What is the best place to live?
Well, we consider that Norway is the best place to live because it's fairly modern, and also because we love the cold weather. And we think that it's too cold. But if you want to live in a place where it's cold, Norway, it's one. So, well, we think that is the landscapes are fairly beautiful, and also it's very traditional because the houses and the buildings are in a traditional built. Yeah.
Look at the picture. I like it. What else? Number.
Carolina.
Sorry, I can hear you.
Okay, tell me more, Carolina or Walter. What else can you tell me?
Norway is the best place to live because it's beautiful place. It's very quiet. It's fairly private, and it's a neat place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about security? Walter?
Yeah, is very security. Yeah, not really very secure. It's very cheap. It's very cheap. Yeah, and but maybe the negative aspect is the extremely cold and the weather is too cloudy. Yeah.
So no sunny days over there.
Yes, yes.
All right.
But it's beautiful. Yes.
Definitely, I can see the pictures. All right, thank you, Tim. Nice. So guys, Norway, that is another option. Please pay attention to your classmates' presentations. Remember that then you have to vote. Okay, we already checked London, team number 1. Team number 2 was talking about Norway. Let's continue with the team number 3. Team number 3, it was Jocelyn, Catherine, Herman, and Victor. Tell me, guys, what is the best place to live?
Okay, teacher, I will share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in our opinion, the best country to live is Denmark. Denmark. We are talking about first about the population, right? So in this country, the people are pretty friendly, and so you can stay there with a lot of motivation because the people can make you feel pretty good. So it's a good country. And yes, Catherine knows more about that population.
Okay, hi. Well, Denmark is pretty popular because a lot of people like visit it. How can I say? Let me see. Foreign, okay. A lot of foreign visited Denmark in a year because it's pretty beautiful and safe and maybe quiet. Can you
Yes.
pass the security? Okay.
Okay, this can I try again? About the security, Denmark is one of the is country. It's pretty safe and too spacious. I think the whole country have a good places, very traditional, and this is one of the reasons because that's why Denmark is popular. Is one of the most popular countries around the world.
Yes,
Okay.
and the opportunities.
Okay, about the job opportunities, sorry. Dinamarca has the employment rate is pretty low than the other countries.
Yes, about the cost, I think that the cost is a little bit cheap because if you work in that country, you can make a lot of money, and so you will feel that it's pretty cheap, and it's a good option for you. And the last one, the weather.
Okay, about the weather. Sorry, but I don't know if you can listen because my internet is too bad.
Yes. It's perfect right now.
All right, sounds good.
But
This is the internet.
Yeah, I think that the connection is not working pretty well.
But Jocelyn said us that the weather in that country is pretty cold, but it's a good weather. It's a very good weather.
Yes, and finally, if you want to visit a country, you can go at Copenhagen. Okay,
Okay.
it's the best cities to visit, and if you want to go to
All right.
Denmark.
Thank you, guys. Because of the time, that's enough. Very good. Denmark, team number 4. All right. Well, that was team number 3. I'm sorry. Team number 4, Yesenia, Hilary, Odilia, and Reina. Tell us, what is the best place to live?
We also choose Norway.
Okay.
Can I share my screen?
Absolutely. So team number 4 is going to be Norway too, all right? Tell us about Norway.
Okay, go.
I really choose Norway because it's a really pretty country. The landscapes are pretty beautiful and the life quality is really high. It's very high, and also Norway has one of the best economy in the world. So the economy is very good. Also, it's fairly safe place to live, and it's very clean and quiet. The people are very respectful.
Okay, Norway is the best country to live. Norway is considered one of the countries with the highest quality of the life in the world. And Norwegians have access to high quality health service, free education, and wide network of social net service. Sorry.
That sounds good.
Okay, and in this country, it is difficult to find work, but is pretty cheap.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's something good.
Norway is nearly empty and also extremely cold.
So they need people. They need Latin American people. All right. Anything else, Tim?
These places are a lot of places beautiful, a lot of beautiful places.
Sounds good. Okay. In the survey, this presentation is for the team number 4. It's going to say Norway too. Okay? And very good. Don't leave. I know that the time is over, but come on, it's just a couple of minutes. Let's listen to the last presentation about team number 5. In the team number 5, we had Rosibel, Wendy, and Paola. Go ahead, girls. What is the best place to live?
Okay, teacher, give me a moment. I want to share my presentation.
Sure, go ahead.
You can see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Wendy?
Okay, the benefits to live in United Kingdom are a lot of, but one of the principal is the United Kingdom is very good in employment and also have a fairly good education too. And the security is the best in the world. And also, I think that is important for the countries and a lot of things because you can do activities in this case.
Mm-hmm.
the series is pretty it's very beautiful. And if we can note about the weather, have warm summers, fairly cool winters, and abundant rainfall throughout the year. So we can say that the weather, it isn't too good.
Oh, okay.
Is a place very clean. Is not danger.
Dangerous?
Dangers. Is not pollution. Is without this place is extremely spacious and modern.
All right, sounds good. So this is the team number 5 with the United Kingdom. Okay, thank you, team. Okay, guys, nice presentations. I love all of them. Now, I'm sending the link here in WhatsApp group, and also I'm sending it here in the chat. Open up the link, write your name, and go and vote for your favorite presentation. You cannot vote for yourself. Voy a revisar los nombres. Si veo que votaron por su misma presentación, el punto queda totalmente anulado. Okay? So, go ahead, guys. Go and vote for yourself. The winner is going to win 1 extra point for the next speaking evaluation. Okay? I can see 3 people already voted. I can see the names, so don't vote for yourself. If you vote for yourself, the points will be automatically removed. All right. Now, I'm going to finish today's class, and tomorrow I will tell you who the winner is, because I need to verify the names. Voy a ver que no haya aquí amaño, right? All right. So everybody, thank you so much for staying. Remember, you can vote only once, okay? So do you have any questions before leaving? No questions?
No questions.
All right. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.